Module 8, which is the final module in this course. Now, in the previous module, you learned all about how to create, grow, manage, and monetize a LinkedIn group. Now you're going to tie in everything you have learned and make decisions as to how much time you need to spend on LinkedIn and what tasks you need to do in order to achieve your personal goals. You'll also be armed with the tracking sheets I use to manage campaigns and gauge their effectiveness. You'll gain a proven system for outsourcing your entire LinkedIn campaign, so you only get involved when you need to talk to an important prospect. Who said LinkedIn was going to add another thing to do on your schedule? It's only going to add more prospects and overall save you time and money from what you're currently doing, but not add things to do. Someone else can do all that for you, and I'll show you how. So let's get right to it. Hey, and welcome to today's lesson where we're going to be talking about your blueprint for your daily tasks on LinkedIn. Now, over the past 7 modules, we've talked a lot about different strategies to generate leads on LinkedIn, from optimizing your profile to how to search for contacts in various different ways, to how to leverage content, how to create great content, leveraging groups, growing your own group, taking over groups, how to use LinkedIn for a physical products business. We've gone over a lot of things, and so you might be thinking, okay, this is a lot, so what should I do each and every day? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go over that right now. Here we have just a very simple Excel sheet, and you can change the tabs on this Excel sheet to fit your needs, but just here's how you can kind of keep track of what you're doing every day and what you should be doing. Number 1, you should always be reaching out to new prospects daily, Monday through Friday. Now, on the weekends, it's not as important. LinkedIn is not that active over the weekends. Yes, of course, people do log in, but not that much. All the activity really mainly happens Monday through Thursday on LinkedIn. So you want to be reaching out to, however many prospects per day. Remember, your maximum is 50 for sending requests to connect. So maybe you want to reach out to 25 a day. Maybe you want to max out at 50 a day. Maybe you want to do 15. Maybe you only need a little bit of clients. So do whatever is comfortable for you, but go in here and put your numbers in. Okay, so tomorrow is September 1st. I'm going to reach out to 25 people. So when I reach out to 25 people, I go in there and I put that in. If I set any meetings, I would put in, I set 1 meeting or I set 2 meetings today, and however many meetings I set. If I got any new clients from my LinkedIn efforts, I definitely want to put that in here. If I posted content on that particular date, I want to just put an X. And you should have your content calendar already done for the month, so you should know what content you're creating and what content you're posting and sharing that content within your groups. And then also sending your top of mind campaigns to your LinkedIn connections. Now, one thing that is very important to note, and I'm actually not sure if I told you this in the previous lesson, but you don't want to send more than 500 messages per day to your first degree connections. So if you send over 500 messages, there's a likelihood that your profile might get restricted. Usually when LinkedIn restricts your profile, you're only locked out for about 24 hours, and they'll tell you, you're doing too much activity. You need to, slow down, and that's a warning flag that you need to be a little bit more careful about how much networking and activity you're doing. So if you're sending out, if you've got thousands of connections, it might take a week or so to get your top of mind campaign to all your prospects that you tag. But if you only have, a few hundred prospects that you're sending your top of mind campaigns to, depending on how you tagged people, then that's fine. Just, I want to make sure you don't go over 500 a day. That's a number that we've tested up to this point, and it works, and it's good. And we're good with that. We're not getting locked out. So don't do more than that. And that's basically everything. I mean, if you've created a group or if you've taken over a group, then you would add an additional section here and say, did I log into the group and manage the group? And so that's something that you would add there. The whole point is that you need to be consistent. This is not something that you just do once and it works. You need to go in here and be networking daily in order for you to be getting a constant flow of leads week in and week out. Because when you stop, then the leads stop. But if you're consistent with your activity, then you're going to continuously be getting new appointments and new meetings. And that's the whole goal. You can't grow a business if you're not constantly getting new business, because clients will cancel. Sometimes they go out of business, or whatever happens. So you constantly need to make sure that you have fresh leads in the pipeline. And this is one of the most cost-effective and best ways I found to do it, which is why I love LinkedIn so much. And having a tracking sheet like this makes sure that you're in here and you're marking daily what you're doing, how much you're doing, and if you need to up how much you're doing based on the goals of how many clients you want to get, then you do that. Or if you need to slow down a little bit because you're too overwhelmed with business and you need to refocus on restructuring the business to handle more, then that's what you need to do. But at least having this tracking sheet allows you to see how much you're doing and what you need to do to reach your goals. And if you're not doing it, then it kind of puts some checks and balances into place to make sure that you do. It also, if you have your salespeople, your employees networking on LinkedIn to get sales leads, they need to be filling out a sheet like this and sending it to you at the end of the day so you can see what was done and how much activity they created and how many leads they generated, how many meetings, and all that. So next, you want to go ahead and create your daily task sheet. That sheet that I had up right now, that is going to be included with this lesson, and you can customize it to fit your needs based on the actions that you're going to be taking every day. You want to ensure that the daily tasks are being done, whether by you or by a VA. And the whole goal, guys, is you want to generate leads every day. You want to always have appointments. You always want to be selling. The minute you stop is the minute your business stops growing. So make sure that you're consistent so that you're consistently getting new leads and new business through the door. And once you create your daily task sheet and you start filling it out, send it in and we'll give you a badge for completing that action. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video where we're going to be talking about how to automate this entire process and outsource your LinkedIn marketing so you're only getting involved when you have interested prospects in your inbox. I'll see you on the next lesson. Bye-bye.